Welcome to the 2016-2017 quarterback drills. It's been a while since I've had a chance to put together a drill tape, but I decided to put something else out over the last couple of years, some of the things that I've learned, different places I've been. One of the first things I'm going to show you is arm care, something that I've learned recently from Tom House. Having a chance to be in Cleveland, here are some of the drills that I learned. So the first one is a flex walk. We call them POWs, or the alternating flex walk. As you look in the illustration there, you can see the guy holding his arms up 90 degrees, and then he's waving the arms in the alternating flex walk, or he's holding them straight up in the flex T walk. This gets those shoulders going, gets them warm and ready to throw. This is what we did before we started throwing the ball. Quarterback would start at the goal line, go 30, walk backwards, change the drill. All right, and then here were the Fogels. All right, this is also a great drill to help him establish and maintain his base, trying to fire that right hip if he's right-handed, or his left hip if he's left-handed, firing that hip, stepping off that target, and he's getting prepared to throw the ball. All right, so he's feeling that core tightening. All right, this is a great drill. Also, we did this once a week. This was typically like the day before the game, before we traveled. All right, and then the last thing, all right, that kind of complemented the POWs was the arm circles. All right, palms flat in one example, 25 small, 15 medium, 10 large. Palms in, 25 small, 15 medium, 10 large, and then palms out. This was also one of those drills where the guys, if they really were tight, they would do it every day. If not, this would be that one day before the games as well. But we'd always start out with the walks, and it was excellent to get the shoulders going. Now, let's talk about a drill that I've done in the past. This is something I do after those ignition drills and those walks. It's the drop on the line, shuffle base drill. Emphasizing feet skimming grass, eyes always downfield. How can the eyes be downfield? If I throw those fingers up and I hear them calling those numbers out correctly, I know they're looking upfield at me. All right? So this is a drill that we do every day as the warm-up. Now, let's talk about another drill here that I believe in, quick feet rope drill. This was one of the first things we would do to start throwing the ball after our arm was warm. And we go through the ladder. So we're emphasizing feet still and ball protection, because I'm going to swipe at that ball while they go over the ropes. And I'm still encouraging them to have the ball in a pre-pass position. All right. As you notice on this particular illustration, look at his base. Great base. So he's done that chaotic footwork drill over the ropes. I had him run to a spot, set his feet. I don't want his feet to come together. He doesn't. He stays in that non-negotiable position, and he fires the ball. All right. And then one thing I always emphasize with this, I would have guys sometimes moving, all right, moving targets, and that would help them to reset that front hip and fire that ball accurately. Okay. So this drill had a lot of different things involved with it. Accuracy, great footwork, and base. The non-negotiable standard is their base. Now let's go to our next drill, shuffle over drill. Love this drill. This gets their feet moving. So you can see the little arrows here in the illustration. That basically means you're shuffling one way around the cones, or the hash, which is what we did it on the game field, and then reverse, shuffle opposite, and then go over the hash, then throw. So over, shuffle, reverse, throw. That is the gist of the drill. All right, we work this at least 2 days a week, early in the week, trying to wake the feet up after a weekend. And this really helps the guys when they're in the pocket. All right, it helps with that subtle movement. Let's talk about the box drill. Great drill. Starts out with a drop, running to a line, dropping, running back to the main line you start on, and then it's a multitude of commands. It's a shuffle, it's a run, it's a drop, it's a throw. Watch. Drop. Run, drop, run, shuffle, throw to a moving target. This is a great drill. It does get on these guys a little bit from a standpoint of zapping them early in the practice. So we do this once a week. It's usually the first day back. All right. We're emphasizing accuracy on this drill as well. All right. We want to make sure these guys are putting the ball in the right place. Let's talk about the shuffle clap drill. Great auditory drill. It's all about the clap. They're either going to shuffle up or they're going to drop. They start always with the drop. All right, they start at the drop, shuffle, throw. That's the last command. All right, and they'll typically hear me tell them to throw the ball. This is a great footwork balance drill, establishing their base. Now let's talk about the shuffle clap broom drill. This is the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. So that broom represents a hand, a defender's hand. That broom goes towards the ball. The quarterback is supposed to take his shoulder, and it is supposed to be the protection between the ball and the defender's hand. All right? So if you notice, that is like a wedge between the defender and the ball, the shoulder. It's like the shoulder roll that Floyd Mayweather used to use. And then this is just a C and D gap pressure drill. All right? Quarterback's getting rushed, steps up underneath, steps out, sets up. You're going to see this drill later. Let's go over our progression and concept called group drill. This is something that we work on as a group of receivers, running backs, and the quarterbacks. So the quarterback will start out giving a concept that I give him. All right, and each guy is responsible for a different concept. The guy with the deepest concept or the rhythm ball, he calls only one route and he throws it. The guy that has to throw the intermediate route will call, let's just say in this example right here, post, dig, and he'll throw. And then the last guy, he'll go through the entire concept. This helps the quarterbacks learn the progression. It helps them learn the progression and the footwork that ties into it. And it's just like a chorus, because when I stand back there, I want to hear every guy. And when you're dealing with young quarterbacks, sometimes they're a little tired. They've had a long day. They're treating it like a job. But once you get on to them a little bit and you let them know the importance of this being their team and they need to understand the concept, this drill always helps. So I'm listening to every guy call the concept. And then it carries over when we get into a team period because they already understand the concept and their internal clock is moving so much better because they know where they need to go with the ball. They've called it out loud so much. It's like a muscle memory drill. Here's a different concept. It's a drive concept. All right. And two guys are typically involved. Well, two guys in this particular example involved early on. All right. And you see that backside guy throwing the dig to the right. So let's talk about the quick screen drill. Sometimes we run this drill for the sake of the defense. We serve the defense. So when we do, I always emphasize to the quarterbacks, don't throw to just throw. Let's complete every one of these. Let's be accurate. Nose to the front shoulder when we're throwing these bubbles. All right. We're trying to serve the defense, but at the same time, we want to be 100% with the ball. All right, accurate, because we want to keep our receivers running. Now, as we finish this tape, let's take all the drills that we worked on and let's consider them to be transferable skills to the field. It's so important that when you put your drill work together, it converts over. So the things that you do have to have some simulation or game day purpose. So everything we do as quarterbacks has that. Quick feet drills. You know, we work on throwing the bubble. The rope drills. The shuffle clap. Everything has a purpose because it's always putting our quarterbacks back into their base. So as you look at some of these bubbles that we've thrown early in these examples, you notice quarterbacks catching, resetting, balls out. Accurate upfield shoulder on the nose of the receiver, not behind him, where he spins and catches the ball and loses ground, takes his eye off the defense. So as you look at some of these illustrations that I have, you'll notice that whatever you see on that screen, the little circle, that's the defender that the quarterback is responsible for reading. All right, inside leverage, we want to throw a bubble, and this is a run-pass option, and we have that type of leverage. We're throwing the bubble. We're going to avoid the fake because we know we can beat that defender with the ball because of his leverage. He's beat by alignment. All right. So as we continue to go through this tape, you'll see some different things. This is our younger quarterback a couple of years ago. He didn't have to ride it. He did, and it was on time. All right. And that defender was inside leverage, and he got it out. And he did a good job. All right. But there are some concepts, if you haven't beat by alignment, you just throw the ball. So this is a hitch screen. Outside receivers getting it. This team did a good job of attacking our bubble early in the game. We came out second half, made an adjustment, and just threw the outside screen. Now here's some of our three-step or quick game footwork. And this is one of the things I used to always tell the quarterbacks. Ask yourself, do you have leverage? How is the defender on top of your outside receiver if we're throwing hitch? How's he playing it? So ask yourself, do you have leverage? And number two, can the flat defender, can the linebacker buzz it? Especially if we're throwing stops or hitches, as some guys call it. All right, those are the two things I would always tell them, and this is the only concept I'm showing in this particular example. Do I have leverage? Two questions to ask. All right, and can the flat defender buzz it? And as you can see with his footwork, he's getting the ball out quick, putting the receiver in a position where he can catch, turn up, field, and go. Because the ball is accurate. He's putting it in the right place. And this goes back to the drill where you have the concept call. And we're doing those quick game throws. The quarterback's calling where the ball should land on the receiver. Body ball. All right, upfield shoulder. Those type of things. So when you do a lot of that muscle memory and you keep developing that habit, you're able to have this type of success. And it's improving the internal clock of the quarterback. All right. Same example, just quick game right now. Getting the ball out quick. Defender still rallying to the ball after the throw. This is what you want. All right. You want simple, quick footwork, but you got to emphasize it in practice. All right. You have to emphasize what's most important to you. Now, let's talk about our 5-step footwork. In the gun, that's 3 steps. A rhythm ball is 3 and no hitch. All right, and this is 3 and no hitch right here. All right, the safety doesn't have that route topped, or some people say he doesn't have it capped. It's uncapped. He throws the ball. All right, this is a 5-step drop with a hitch. In the gun, it's 3 and a hitch. So right now we're running outside curls, seam route, inside. All right, it's comeback routes. Yes. He throws the seam because he knew he had a flat-footed safety, and he attacked it. And he gave him a on-time ball, a runner's ball. Now, in this example, safety's down. He knows that that receiver is not topped, and he's going to throw it on time. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even take the full drop because he knows he can throw it right now. Safety comes over because he's already on the other side of the field. Touchdown. All right, now, seams again, comeback route concept. Quarterback doesn't feel good about the safety moving to the middle of the field. So instead of trying to force the seam, he throws the comeback because the corner is giving great respect to the outside receiver. That's a free access route. He takes it. This is a curl flat concept on the top. It's a post at the bottom. Here's a rhythm post. He throws it on time. No safety. He takes advantage of it. All right. This time he's going to work the curl flat side. There, the guy circled in blue is the flat defender that he's reading because he knows that his post is topped. So he takes his eyes away from the rhythm side, works the concept side. He throws the curl. He did a good job here of playing chess. In this particular game, he threw this curl early and often. And then he came to the flat route or the check down at the end of the game. So once again, his post at the bottom here is topped. He works the concept side. He could actually throw the check down, the flat route right now. He works the curl, works it to his best guy. All right. Guy to the blue circled defender is the outside linebacker. It's the curl side. This time he's off just like he was in the previous example. This time he throws the check down. Okay. So now this is 5-step footwork. Let's talk about 7-step footwork. This is big ball. This is what I learned actually in the NFL. Man, this is very difficult to run consistently 7-step drop, especially when you have 2 open-ended sides, meaning no tight end. All right. And this is 5-step. This is 5-man protection. 6-man protection. Very difficult. We were fortunate here. But you'll see the quarterback, he'll take his 7-step, 5 in the gun. Sometimes he's going to take 2 shuffles. This was a winning touchdown pass. He got pressure here. And this sometimes is a disadvantage of throwing 7-step. You don't want to get in a situation where you have to throw it, but sometimes it happens. All right, these are some of your bigger routes that you throw in this particular type of footwork, deeper balls. All right, so this is early in this game. It's trips to one side, single receiver to the top. There's a post by number 2 and a dig by number 3. He sees that the post is topped, so he works to dig. Guy just drops the ball, but he put it in the right place in between the defenders. All right, this was earlier in the game. Same concept to the bottom here. Post by number 2, comeback by number 1, dig by number 3. Now he knows right now he has leverage to throw this post because the safety doesn't top this route. He takes advantage of it, takes the right footwork, makes a great throw. Guys, I hope that this drill tape helped in some type of way. I would definitely tell you, stick to a routine, have a core belief of fundamentals, and go with them.